Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you will be fine. In this lecture we will discuss some basic definitions. So first of all I'm going to define here matter. You must be familiar with matter. So matter, while defining matter, you should know the two important points, space and mass. So anything around us which can occupy some space and has mass is called as matter. Matter exists in three different states: solid, liquid, and gas. You are well familiar with these three states, so you can put examples from these three states of matter here. So examples are not mentioned here, but you have to put examples, okay? Do remember. The second definition is about substance. Any matter that has particular set of characteristics that differ from the characteristics of another kind of matter is called a substance. So this is the definition of the substance. Okay, let's understand this definition. Any matter, any sort of matter whose properties or characteristics are particular. It means that its properties or its characteristics, they are different from other substances. Okay, let's get to the examples. Oxygen, water, carbon dioxide, urea, glucose, these are all different substances. Why different substances? Because the characteristics or the properties of oxygen, they are different from water. The properties or the characteristics of water, they are different from carbon dioxide. Because they are different substances, that is why their properties or their characteristics are different as well. Okay. Let's get to the third definition. The third definition is about element. So element is basically a substance, and the substance that cannot be converted to other simpler substances is called an element. So do remember, a substance which cannot be further converted to simpler substances, it would make an element. Okay, look at the examples here. Oxygen, hydrogen, iron, copper, aluminium, etc. These are all different elements. But the element is basically a substance whose all atoms have the same atomic number. Let's take an example of iron bar. If you take some elements of iron from iron bar, if you take elements from the middle section of the bar, then it would be iron atoms only, or the element of iron. अगर आप start के portion से लेंगे, then it would be again iron element only. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि iron के element में दूसरे elements भी हों. Okay, so basically element में जितने भी atoms हैं, they all have got same atomic number. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि अगर आपने start में से कोई iron bar के start में से iron atoms लिए, उनको study किया, तो उनका atomic number change हो गया. No, it would be same. ठीक है, तो atomic number उसका same होना चाहिए. Okay, compound. A compound is basically a pure substance. A pure substance that consists of two or more elements held together in fixed proportions by natural forces called chemical bonds. So compound क्या है? It is basically a pure substance. And what sort of pure substance? In which two or more elements are present. And these elements, they are held together by strong bonding forces. Okay, so it means that in compound, the elements, they are combined together, or the combination of elements exist as when they chemically join together. So the properties of compounds, they are different from the properties of the elements from which they are formed. Obviously, compounds की properties जो हैं अपने elements की properties से मुख्तलिफ होती हैं. So students, do remember, whenever you study compound, you will see the combination of two or more elements. तो उनके दरमियान chemical bond होना चाहिए. Okay? There should be some natural forces which is known as chemical bond. It should exist between the elements. ठीक है, अब हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं कि इनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़, एलिमेंट्स की प्रॉपर्टीज़ जब कैसे डिफरेंट हो जाती हैं कंपाउंड से. लुक एट द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ वाटर. वाटर, द केमिकल फॉर्मूला ऑफ वाटर इज H2O. इट मीन्स दैट वाटर इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन गैसेस. ठीक है, वाटर में क्या है, हाइड्रोजन गैस है और ऑक्सीजन गैस है. व्हेन दे केमिकली कंबाइन टुगेदर दे फॉर्म वाटर. बट द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन गैसेस, यू कैंट फाइंड दीज प्रॉपर्टीज इन वाटर. क्योंकि अब जब उसमें केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया, एक कंपाउंड बन गया, देन इट्स प्रॉपर्टीज गेट चेंज्ड. ठीक है, अब ओरिजिनल एलिमेंट से जिससे वो कंपाउंड मिलकर बना है, वो प्रॉपर्टीज़ आपको कंपाउंड में नहीं मिलेंगी, क्योंकि अब केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया, केमिकल बॉन्ड बन गया एलिमेंट्स के दरमियान, इसलिए उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ चेंज होगी. सो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज़ द लेक्चर in which you have to define these 4 definitions. Now your home task is, the question is, define matter, substance, element and compound with examples. This is the question. Okay, I'm going to repeat. Matter, define matter, substance, element and compound with examples. So students, definitions are clearly written in your books. बट डू रिमेंबर, आपने एग्जाम्पल ज़रूर कोट करनी है, बिकॉज विदाउट एग्जाम्पल्स नो डेफिनीशन इज़ एक्सेप्टेबल. ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल्स आप पुट नहीं करेंगे तो आपको डेफिनीशन के मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. डेफिनीशन से ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल के मार्क्स होते हैं. सो स्टूडेंट्स, डू रिमेंबर कि आपने एग्जाम्पल ज़रूर पुट करनी है. ओके, सो दिस इज़ योर होम टास्क. थैंक यू सो मच.